Hello everyone and welcome back to BattleBox Batrep, where this time the Orkz are taking on the Necrons. I'm interested to see where this one goes because the Orkz have been a pretty solid, unstoppable force, but the Necrons are very good at being an immovable object. So yeah, very interested to see how these things go. Got the deployment here, which is definitely a thing, which you can see by the way all the armies are set up on the lines. Now, for a fun one, we've got Purging the Foe. So basically, I'm changing these for combat patrol. Just to keep in line with scoring, it is 5 points for holding an objective, 5 points for holding more objectives than your opponent, and 5 points if you've wiped a unit in the previous turn. So, for once, wiping a unit is something that both sides just want to do to get more points. It also means you're also going to get more points because they have, what's that, it's called Crumpum. So, yeah, I'm hoping for a good drawn-out fight. It's going to be great fun. Also, I needed to point this out because I only just noticed it and I feel very silly now. These, I've had these for ages, these battle mats. They line up if you put them the wrong way. I've literally only just noticed that and I needed to just, do that right now. That is the kind of quality content that you should in fact like, comment and subscribe for. And more quality content will come when we find out whether it's going to be the Orkz or the Necrons. Or the Orkz or the Necrons. The Necrons are going first on A2. God, what is this game going to be? Turn 1. Okay, so the Scarabs have moved over here. They've run up to grab this objective. Being very, very helpful and hiding behind the wall there so they can't get shot at quite so easily. The Scorpec destroyers and the warriors have both run up into the middle. And the Doomsday, the Canoptic Doomstalker is going to fire its Doomsday cannon into this unit of boys here. Getting D6 plus 3 attacks because it's a blast weapon. That is 7 shots. That is better than 6 statistically. You know, we like our statistics on this show. Oh, God, what am I talking about? It's 4s to hit. Oh, that's bad if you're an orc. Needs 2s to kill. Okay, that is, let's be real here, that's all 3 shooter boys down. It's basically it. Everyone else ran, so they can't, like, shoot or anything. So, yeah, let's go on to a very, very quick one. Let's go on to Orc turn 1. Wasting no time to get into the crumping, the Orcs have declared a war, and everything apart from the Death Dread has run up. The Death Dread didn't need to run, and everything else I managed to roll 2s on every single advance roll. So basically everything moved 8 apart from the War Boss, who moved a whole 7. Great. And do you know what the best part is? They gave up all their shooting. The Doomstalker is going to overwatch into these boys. Something has to. Only gets plus 2 shots this time. Needs 6s to hit. No. Also gets Twin Gorse Flayer. So that is going to be 2 more shots hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Okay, and that is. Oh, it's got a lethal hit. So it hit wounds automatically. So you get a 5-up save. They're too busy being Waaaaagh to take damage, I guess. The Death Dread is going to take a shot into the Doomstalker. all equally good at good shots, so may as well. It gets no hits whatsoever. It's time for a beautiful, beautiful charge phase. Okay, in order of how easy the charge is going to be, boys over there need 2s. They are absolutely in. The Death Dread needs 5. The boys here are going to charge the Doomstalker and needs 6. And the War Boss is also going to try charging the Destroyers and needs an 8. So, yeah, they're in. Needs a 5 for the Dread. Dread is in, and it's one model, so just blah. Choppy, choppy, choppy. 6 inches for this one. Yup. And 8 inches for the War Boss. Ooh. I'm not going to re-roll it. It's fine. Come to them. You know, they can come to me. It'll be great. I'll just move these guys in and then start hacking dudes up. So, starting with Death Dread, the Necrons don't have enough points to intervene. So, yeah, 7 attacks, hitting on 3s. It's strength 11, so still wounding on 3s. Okay, they have 5 up saves, and each one of these is a flat kill. Yeah, the Scorpex are just wiped instantly. The Death Dread is doing its job. Let's be honest. Death Dreads are nasty. They are very, very nasty. And over here we have these boys just ready to climb this thing and take it out. Starting with the the boss with the Power Claw needs 4s to hit. It's 3s to wound. Okay, it's got a 4 up invulnerable save. Okay, that is 2 wounds already. And we have the rocket launcher lad. That'll just do him next. 2 hits. 2 hits, still better than nothing. 5 to wound. 1 wound, 3 up save. No, okay, he did a wound. Okay, so down to 9 wounds, and we're on to the silly bit. The silly bit where you get 20 sluggers, chopper attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh my god. Like, slugger boys are hilarious in this edition. Oh, that's what they're all charge wound. 5s to wound, because they're strength, like 5 on a Waaaaagh. Okay, we're not going to kill it, but we are going to make it wish it was dead. About half damage in one round. It's not bad. Saves 1. Okay, it is down to 8 wounds, which actually probably could have done with being a bit better on this turn. It will get to attack back as well. But yeah, cool. Yeah, that wasn't quite as hard hitting as I thought it was going to be, but it is now kind of just stuck in combat, which ain't great for them. Well, for it, I guess. On to over here. A slightly easier combat over there. I actually did roll and did only get a 2, so one of the shooter boys is not in melee range, which is kind of embarrassing, but I don't think it's going to help them at all. So, big chopper first needs 3s to hit. Cool. Needs 2s to wound. Yep, that is all wounds. They don't get a save, so that is 6 flat wounds there. 1's dead, 1's already down to 2. The shooter boys need 3s to hit. No. Also needs 2s to wound. Oh my god. Going to get 6 up saves. 1 dead, 1 down to 3 wounds. Last one down to 3 wounds. And lastly, all of the slugger boys. All of the slugger boys. Oh dear. So yeah, this is 2s to wound with no saves this time. Yeah, the scarabs are all real dead. Very, very dead. So yeah, I think that flank belongs to the Orkz now, if I'm being entirely honest. And I think that the Overlord is looking a little bit more worried over there behind the wall of warriors that isn't really going to do much. Oh dear. Okay, the Doomstalker does in fact get 3 attacks back before we move on. And they all miss. Excellent. Cool. And yeah, the warriors are there facing down the Death Dread. The other boys have moved up here with the boss. We've still got Death Copters in response. So the Necrons have one minor issue, which is you can't regenerate if everything's dead. On turn 2. So the Overlord is going to, everything's going to stay where it is. Doing the fire inline thing. The Overlord is going to use its protocol of Resonant Fury to reroll 1s onto that thing. And then it is going to fire its tachyon arrow. The tachyon arrow needs 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. It hits, hooray! It's only it's strength 16, so it is wounding on 3s. Hooray! Oh god, I'm so happy it's actually working. It goes to a 5-up save. Fails the save. Does d6 plus 2 damage. That is 6 damage done to the Death Dread before the rest of the warriors get any kind of shots off. I think that's the first time the tachyon arrow has actually done everything, which is pretty nice if we're being entirely honest. So, can we finish off the Dread? Is the question we all have to ask now. Before I do the shooting, the Doomstalker does actually get to regenerate, so it's actually back up to 9 wounds, which will probably keep it in the fight a fair amount of time. If it's only going to do, you guys are only going to do 3 wounds this your turn, then meh. But yeah, sorry, over here, let's start with the Ghost Reapers. We need 4 to hit, rerolling 1s. 2 1s. Okay, 6 is an auto wound. 3s and 2s all miss. A wound on 5s. Only to 2 wounds. 2 wounds. It's got saves of 3 up. Down to 1 wound for the Ghost Reapers, Ghost Flayers, the rifles. Also in rapid fire range for 3 automatic hits. 3 automatic wounds. That is 2 more hits. Needs 6s to wound. Okay, Jesus. It's got 2 up saves against these. It's got to make all these or it dies. It's dead. Okay. And it does in fact have deadly demise. So, yes, it blows. It's going to bring down a Necron warrior with it. Excellent. But yes, they have actually blown up the Death Dread. Hoorah. I mean, hoorah if you're a Necron. Hurrah if you're an Orc, honestly. I mean, it's pretty a massive explosion right next to this fuel derrick nodding donkey thing. Cool. I don't think... I do think this thing can shoot into combat with its Ghost Reapers, Flayers, the guns. Going to hit once. Could have found a wound. Cool. Okay. it's time for a melee. Okay, we know how this starts. With the knob with the power claw, 4 attacks, needing 4s to hit. That is 2 hits, which is statistically average. Cool. Needs 3s to wound. It's got 4 unrollable saves. Saves all of them. Cool. The rocket launcher one. It's a 4-up save, which is going to keep this thing alive, isn't it? They all hit. Needs 5s to wound. 2 wounds. They've got 3-up saves. Yup, and the slugger boys. Come on, there we go. Need 3s to hit. Like, the amount of damage that the boys are going to do is going to go down dramatically starting next turn. So they really need to do a bunch of wounds now, and I'm kind of worried. It's 5s. That said, the Orkz have proved me wrong. It's because I'm using green dice. Jesus Christ. There's no 4-up saves. That's 6 wounds. It's down to 3 wounds now. Boop. So yeah, that did pretty well. Okay, fair enough. Absolutely fair play. Yeah, time for Orkz turn 2, where things are going to get even more silly as the Deathcopters come in and the boys move in and everything moves in on this final unit of warriors here. Yeah. So these lads are staying in combat over here. The Deathcopters have come down into their traditional role of hanging out in the enemy deployment zone, stealing their home objective. The shootier boys are over here, and they have left enough of a corridor for the war boss to get a charge in as well. The warriors are going to take shots into the boys, trying to thin them out. Because honestly, I don't think they're going to be able to kill the war boss. And yeah. Reapers first. 6s to hit. I was about to say I could have done these all at once because it's lethal hits, so they wound automatically. 2 6-up saves. Okay, only 1 dies there. Another 8 shots from the Gorse rifles. Gorse flares? Flayers and Reapers are 2 distressingly similar for me to remember. 5-up saves though. Yeah, 1 dies. Exactly 1 dies, and now everything is going to get to start shooting back into them. You know what? I'm going to kill the slugger boy right at the front just for more shots into them. This is what happens. Okay, going to start with the war boss. Going to fire using his grot first. Lots of shooting. Needs 4s to hit. Needs 3s to wound. They get 4-up saves. That is none dead there. The boys are all shooting in. Their big shooter first needs 5s to hit. Christ. 3s to wound. Need 4-up saves. Okay, that is 1 dead. I'm going to start taking it from this side. Make the charge slightly harder. Okay, all the shooters and sluggers together gets 14 shots, hitting on 5s. Okay, that is orc accuracy. That is 4s to wound. 4-up saves. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Going to fire using them next. Rockets first. Gets, I believe, 2d3 plus 4. I believe plus their blast. So I could have zap off camera, but no. Here we are. 2d3 plus 2. Okay, so that's 6 shots. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. 2s to kill. Yeah, 1 dies. Again, I'm going to take this off of this side. Just because, yeah. Try and keep the war boss as far away as possible, basically. Custom Mega Blaster. 1 hit, 2 to kill. Yep, another 1 dies. I'm going to take this one. Blah. And also, does it explode? Of course it does. Cool. While we're on here, there are 6 lads with sluggers that can fire into that. May as well. 1 hit. Needs 6s to wound. No. Would have been hilarious if it did though. Okay, I guess we're on to the charge phase. Okay, so I've done some measuring. Come on. The war boss needs 8s to get in. The boys need 6s. So I'm going to do the war boss first. I'm going to give you a command point reroll on it. No. And the boys are in. So I guess that's something. The bosses are going to sort of standing at the back this time. You know what? They can't Overwatch. I'm going to see about sending the flyers in as well. No, they're not in. They needed 9s. Yeah, the boys are in. No one else is. So let's charge. Yeah, yes. This is after the pile-in as well. Oh, it's brutal. It's lovely. I love it. I love everything about it. Let's do our the knob first with his huge chopper. Needs 3s to hit. Cool. Needs 2s to wound. Yep, that is 2 wounds. It is at -1 AP. So, and is it? Yep, -1 AP. What am I? Right. Okay, yeah, 1 dies there. Let's take it from the back now. Don't need to be coy anymore. Fuck am I talking about? Okay, shooter boy is next, needing 3s to hit. Okay, that is 4 hits, needing 4 to wound. Okay, the Necrons have 4-up saves. Only 1 more dies, so we are on to the Slugger Boys, who have considerably less attacks than last time, but still a fair number. 3s to hit. They need 3s to wound. Ooh, that's not great. Yeah. Okay, so they get 5-up saves. There's only 4 left, so I'm just going to roll 4. 1 survives. No, the entire warrior squad is dead. But the Overlord is still alive and will get to swing back, which will probably be very unpleasant if you happen to be a Dwarf boy. But before that, I guess the Doomstalker gets to attack, so I may as well do that. Gets 1 hit. Needs, like, I think it's strength 6. Come on. Where's my page? Yes, strength 6. Needs 3s to wound. Wounds. And fails a save. Okay, so screw it. Gonna take out the rocket launcher lad. Rocket launcher lad is dead. Don't think it's going to be enough to help it, if I'm being entirely honest, but you never know at this point. Yeah, on to the boys. So, Knob first with the Power Claw. Not a 1 hit. Oh dear. the slugger boys, who are slugging. Need only 3s to hit, so that is alright. They were both misses. Unfortunately, now they need 6s to wound because they're back down to strength 4, which is not ideal if you're fighting a robot. 1. Cool. Got its 4-up save. Made that. Okay, so it is going to get some of its health back before next turn. Yeah, okay. Cool. I guess while we're here, the Overlord is going to very politely request that the boys here would not be quite so boisterous while they're trying to nap. Of course, this is just a noise complaint, isn't it? The Orkz are partying and the Necrons are like, can you please stop partying? I need to sleep. Cool. Tuesday. Yep. That's strength 8, so it is 3s to kill. No, 3. Yes, 3s to kill. Yeah. 3 dead boys, who are going to be all 3 of the shooter boys. Yeah, we go into what is promising to be a very short Necron turn 3. So, this thing is regenerating D3 hit points, getting 1 back, D3 wounds even. They're calling them health in Age of Sigmar now, which I actually kind of prefer, because you don't have to wound and then if you wound to kill. So yeah, that's back up to 4 wounds. The reroll ones is going to go onto the boys there, and yeah, the Doomstalker is going to shoot into its own melee combat. 1 hit, auto wound, 5-up saves. No, that one's dead. They are all very rapidly dying. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to do that one first. That one makes way more sense to do first. See, I'm going to do the huge chopper. Needs 3s to hit. Here's 2 hits. Needs needs 4s to wound. It's 3s to wound. Look at big shooter, not big chopper. I've got 3-up saves. Okay, so the Overlord does have 6 wounds and it reduces all damage by 1, which is pretty useful if you happen to be, say, in this exact scenario. So, yeah, that is 2 attacks from the big shooter lad, who, by the way, is going to be the next one to die. Needs 5s to wound. No. A whole bunch of attacks from the slugger boys. That's pretty good. Needs 5s to wound though. Oh, that's all right. Got 3-up saves from this. Makes them all. Okay. The Doomstalker is going to go into this lot. Yeah, that is 2 hits, 3s to wound, 5-up saves. No, okay, another slugger boy is dead. It's looking increasingly dicey down here. But they're going to attack back. So that is them's. Claw gets 2 hits. Jesus Christ. I don't know what it is, but for some godforsaken reason, the Power Claw does not want to attack this thing. I think it's because the Power Claw is going for the body and it just can't reach it. Whereas the Slugger Boy is perfectly happy with going for the legs. Getting a whole bunch of hits. Getting 6s to wound though. No. Okay, and up there, have I done done them with that last turn? I'm pretty sure. No, that was this turn. Okay. No, it's the Overlord hasn't gone into them. All hit. That is yeah, strength 8, so 3s to kill. That's another 2 dead. Going to be the big shooter. And this lad here. Cool, it is time for Ork's turn 3, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the end of it. I've just checked, there's only 8 boys left on the field. Yeah, those 4 are onto this one, those 4 onto this one. The war boss is jogging up to try and fight the Overlord. The Death Copters are surprisingly, they just chuck so many dice in melee. I think really just need to just plink this thing down. I'm gonna do the sluggers into melee. Sod it, why not? Nothing hits the Doomstalker and into the Overlord. One hit into the Overlord, needing 5s to wound. Wounds, 2 up save. Yes, fine. Okay. Some charges. Let's start with the War Boss. War Boss is definitely in. And the Death Copters are definitely not in. I'm going to command point reroll that. Still 6 inches, they're still not in. Yeah, the War Boss is in. Which means the War Boss gets to go first. Okay, yeah, the boss has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 2s. Oof. So 4 up save. Okay, that does 1 wound because the Overlord reduces all incoming damage by 1, which is unpleasant. It's unpleasant for the Orks. It's great for the Overlord. I think the Overlord is going to attack next into the boys. Gonna hit with everything. Gonna wound with everything. Yeah, it does 2 damage a pop. All 4 boys are dead. Just waiting for the War Boss to show up for a display of force to his face. Over here, 3 attacks with the Power Claw. 2 hits, 3s to wound, 2 wounds, 4 up saves. Oh, it's down to 2 wounds. Like, it sounds really stupid, but the Slugger Boys can actually win kill it right now. Honestly, if they do kill it, the Orks have won this. I mean, I don't think the Necrons can claw this back, but you never know. You never know. 6s to wound, 1 wound, 3 up save, a 4 up save. It's still plinks. Okay. Yeah, it's the end of Ork turn 3. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to bother putting up the title card or anything. I'm going to give the Necrons one last round. They get to regenerate and fight back, and then see what happens. Basically, the Necron, the Lord, regens 1 wound up to 5. The Doomstalker regens 1 wound back up to 3. The Orks get to attack first, and it's definitely going to be the War Boss. War Boss go, hits all hits, all wounds, 4 up saves. Yeah, down to 3 wounds. The Necron Lord is obviously going to do the reroll ones on the War Boss. 2s to hit. Yeah, force to wound. Blah, 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 blah. 2 wounds. That is, what's the AP on that thing? AP -3. Okay, so that is actually 4 wounds into the war boss. The war boss down to 3. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so actually not as guaranteed as I'd like, if I'm being entirely honest. Over here though, Knob with Power Claw, 2 hits, 2 wounds. It's down to 1 wound. Oh my god. The 3 lads with Power Claw, with sluggers. Yeah. It's got a ton of hits. Basically, it just needs 1 to go through, which doesn't happen. Yeah, see, this is how it's going to keep going like this for the rest of the thing. Oh, 2 more die. So what I am going to do, is the only thing that actually matters. The Orkz have won this, but consider this part of the debrief as well. Warboss on 3 wounds. Overlord on 3 wounds. We're going to finish this fight here. The Orkz have won, but can the Necrons kill the Warboss in the process? Overlord goes first next. Rerolling once. 4s to wound. 2 wounds. Okay. Warboss needs to make 1 5-up save or it's dead. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the Warboss is fine. 3, 4. We go down to 1 wound. And the Warboss. It's the Ork's turn, so he doesn't regenerate. Warboss goes. Hits 4 times. Wounds 3 times. -2 up. Oh no, he does save twice. Ooh, okay, so I think you know what? I think the Necrons are actually going to win this. Win the battle fight. Construct the arena around them. Yeah, Necrons regenerate for 2 wounds. The Warboss gets to attack first. Hits all 4. Wounds 3. Okay, the Necron cannot die this turn. Especially if it saves all of its wounds. And the Necron then, yeah, hits everything. Wounds 3 times. Got to make 3 5-up saves. Absolutely doesn't. Cool. So, the Necrons lost the game, but they did kill the boss. And at the end of the day, isn't that what really matters? Should really have put a debrief here at some point, because that's basically what this is. Not even going to bother putting a title card. I'm a rebel like that. You can't make me. Yeah. That was a ton of fun. Complete carnage. I really like. It got to the point where it was so obvious the Orkz had won that the Orkz won on victory points, which is a sentence I don't like saying, but it is true. So yeah, I mean, if I was playing like an actual game, the Death Copters would have swooped in and started doing a whole bunch of attacks to the Overlord as well. I'm fairly certain that the Doomstalker would eventually have died, hopefully. But yeah, yeah, I'm kind of glad we got that one. Like I say, it was a case of the movable force versus the immovable object versus unstoppable force. And yeah, the the Overlord was just completely immovable by the end of that, which was kind of cool to see. But nothing stops my Orkz from crumping, and they will be back next time. And yeah, I believe it's the Guard next time, the Astra Militarum, which will be another fascinating fight. Just lots and lots of shooting against lots and lots of melee. But in this case, the shooting will regenerate whenever it needs to. So yeah, if you want to see that, remember to subscribe, like, comment, call to action, everything else, and until next time, stay in bed, I work nights. Night.